Baseball is called America's pastime. Ever since its creation during the Civil War period, it has swept across the nation and captivated people of all ages. The National League was created in 1876 and the American League was created in 1901. Since then, the two leagues have turned into one, and the MLB consists of 30 teams. Over the MLB's history, America has seen many great moments. America was captivated by Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier. People were amazed by the hit streak of Joe DiMaggio and the home run record by Hank Aaron. Baseball has had a great history. There have also been terrible moments over the past century. In 1919, the first terrible moment in baseball history occurred. The heavily favored White Sox took money from gamblers to blow the World Series. They committed the act, and many people around baseball were suspicious. The scandal led to the lifetime penalty of 8 players. Shoeless Joe Jackson, who had an amazing career, was not allowed to play Major League Baseball ever again. The scandal tainted baseball. To this day, people look at that event and can't help but be disgusted. Legendary player Pete Rose was banned from baseball because of his role in betting on baseball games. The major event that still continues to taint baseball is the use of steroids and other performance-enhancing drugs. The use of steroids was prominent in the late 1980s to the early 2000s. This period of baseball is plagued by the use of illegal drugs. Many of the players at the time were using steroids and other human growth hormones, but nobody was penalized by the MLB because there were no illegal drug policies. In the late 1990s, a friendly rivalry began to evolve between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. The two fought back and forth to win the home run crown for the 1998 season. They both broke Roger Maris's record of 61 home runs in a single season. McGwire belted 70 home runs, and Sosa finished close behind with 66. The home run battle brought many new fans into the game of baseball. Years following the home run battle, after both players had retired, they were tried in a court of law. They were guilty of using performance-enhancing drugs, and both men admitted taking steroids during the 1998 MLB season. Another incredible accomplishment in baseball was marred by steroid use. The home run record set by Babe Ruth seemed tough to top. He hit 714 home runs in his career. Hank Aaron later topped him and hit 755 home runs. Barry Bonds broke Hank Aaron's record of 755 career home runs in 2006. He also surpassed Mark McGwire for the most home runs in a season in 2001. He was accused and found guilty of using performance-enhancing drugs. He is the home run king, but there is an asterisk. Pitcher Roger Clemens was in Major League Baseball for 24 years. During his career, he was an All-Star 11 times and won the Cy Young 7 times. He won MVP once and won 2 World Series. He is probably one of the best pitchers of all time, but his career was tainted when he was charged for using performance-enhancing drugs. He was almost arrested when he was charged for lying in the court of law. He was later found to not be lying to Congress, and he lucked out and was not given major penalties. A controversy document that came out in late 2007 was called the Mitchell Report. The Mitchell Report highlighted players that were thought to be using steroids and other performance enhancers. An almost 2-year investigation ensued. Many players were accused of using illegal drugs during their respective careers. Many players were suspended and others were found not. Since the MLB made an anti-drug law in 2004, 67 players have been suspended because they tested positive for drug use. The smallest punishment is 10 days without pay, and the greatest one that has been handed out is a 100-game suspension without pay. This was given to Manny Ramirez in 2011. 7 players were suspended last season for violating the anti-drug policy. The important ones were Melky Cabrera, Bartolo Colon, and Carlos Ruiz. Cabrera and Colon were given 50 games, and Ruiz was given 25. The MLB has taken considerable measures to stop the steroid problem. They have mandatory off-season drug tests, severe punishments, and made rules involving drugs. They are trying to end this horrible error that has marred baseball's history.